So recording is on.
Mm-hmm.
So every object is not by default, what you can say, represented in a string format. So whenever you say anything plus string is always what? String,
String, right,
right?
right.
An object doesn't know internal details. Whenever you try to print internal details, like you are expecting it should print a and other thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But object is not knowing how exactly I'm going to show that details. That's why it says that I will just tell you I have something called as object, and you tell me how exactly I should display that part.
Okay.
Object doesn't
So,
know.
so this is because of string
Ha,
concatenation.
concat.
And
If you
here,
remove the concatenation,
yes.
you will see proper object.
So console.log take the parameter input parameter directly as a
Object.
object for
Yeah.
printing it on the console.
And line number
However,
14, technically you are trying to convert object to string internally. And that mechanism you didn't write it yet. How to convert object to string.
mhm.
So here
So
you are
this,
trying to convert object to string.
yeah.
But that mechanism is missing.
So this is the correct.
Yeah, this is the correct way. Even line number 14 is also correct way. But
Mm-hmm.
you need to write some details into the code. We'll see that. What you need to write something else
Okay.
to represent object as a string.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes. And the same thing with line number
So
69.
yeah, same. There is no difference. Same. You are trying to put object as a string, but mechanism is missing.
Mhm.
How to convert object to the string? That mechanism is nowhere available over there. Okay.
Yes, and I understand this is the notation for string interpolation,
Correct.
but
JavaScript EEES6.
yeah, but is there any specific meaning for interpolation? I mean, is there any specific concept, or just this syntax is called string interpolation?
Syntax is called as string interpolation. Backticks.
Ah,
So line number 13, sorry, line number 14,
mm-hmm.
single quotes are there.
Right.
Right? Line number 13, 14, whatever, single
Mm-hmm.
quotes you have written. But
Mm-hmm.
in the 16 line number,
Mm-hmm.
you have written in the backticks.
Okay. Plus this dollar and this curly
Hmm.
bracket. So this is the syntax is called string interpolation.
Correct. Correct. There is a part of string interpolation. That is not a string interpolation.
Okay, that is why my question. Like we have some concepts in OOPS like inheritance and so that's why I thought string
Hmm.
interpolation is something new that I'm not aware of. That's why I asked you.
Yeah. So whenever you say string interpolation, inside string you evaluate something. That is technically you are evaluating one expression.
Mm-hmm.
Inside string you are evaluating expression. That is called as string interpolation.
Okay.
So yesterday I have written 2 into 2 also.
Mm-hmm.
What is 2 into 2? It's expression.
Right.
Inside a string, you are evaluating expression. Cleared it or not?
Yes.
You got it, right?
Yes.
Inside expression, you are evaluating something. Sorry, inside string,
String. Yeah.
you are evaluating some expression,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That is nothing but what the interpolation is. Okay, now look at my screen.
Yes. Mhm.
You see my screen, right?
Yes. And Anirudh, before I forgot, yesterday I was trying to see the notes
Mm-hmm.
uh, of your website,
Correct.
but they are something like locked.
Share your screen, please, and show me this link.
Not these. These are the notes, right?
Yeah, this is notes,
Yeah. Just a minute.
and my website is here. If you can see, this is my website.
Yes, just a minute. I will share my screen once again. Your screen is still visible.
So here you need to go technology training, and under the courses, your course is this web development. Instead of React, you just have Angular. That's it.
Hmm.
You can see my screen. I have shared.
Yes, yes. Where I'm talking, just I will show.
Now I can see your screen. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. Both.
Yeah, that is possible in Meet.
So here I'm looking. This is the first page.
Correct.
Okay. And here yesterday I was just browsing it, like whatever we have studied. I'm not able to click here.
Oh, okay. So it's not like that. Uh,
So please tell me the correct
so
way.
this is the syllabus only, right? This is
Okay,
the
okay.
syllabus only, read
Mm-hmm.
only purpose.
Okay,
And notes are prepared in this link. So here you need to go to the TypeScript. You can check my screen.
sorry. Yeah,
So here you need to go TypeScript variables over here.
yeah.
So this is the link for all the notes. Here you will find the notes. And if you want to see syllabus, you can go to that link. Even gradually here also you will see same syllabus, but sequence would be altered little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That depend on the batch to batch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But here would be detailed syllabus.
Yeah.
I can see your screen. If you want to stop sharing, you can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enum is still we need to
Work on.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to the enum little bit later on.
Right.
So here in the variables, we have seen numeric types. Still notes. Remember that notes are pending. We didn't
Yes.
complete yesterday's part as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that on the next session. Let me complete function first,
Mm-hmm.
and that would be the good revision. Just remember
Right.
that this thing is incomplete. So I will
Mm-hmm.
add one emoji over here. Uh, let's add
You
this.
can even make it as a red.
Generally I use this emoji. Gen Zs are like, they like emojis and other things.
Mhm. Okay.
So this symbol, which means that this is a work in progress.
Okay.
Okay, remember it.
Yeah.
Now we'll create new page.
So,
Functions.
these notes, which software you are using?
Notion. Can you see this website? Notion. You also can prepare your own notes over here in the Notion.
I mean, it is something like a browser.
So Notion is one of the software
Mm-hmm.
just for preparing the documents. A lot of things you can do on the Notion. Just go to the YouTube and
Mm-hmm.
search introduction to Notion. You will get to know the power of Notion. So these are just latest tools,
Mm-hmm.
productivity tools that you should adopt in your career, which will really help you. If you see a lot of things I do, everything is available on the Notion. These are the public workspaces and these are my private workspaces.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I do, I keep on the Notion. It's like a Google Drive. and it's free.
Okay. It's free
Yeah,
and it is secure.
secure, correct. And you can public, if you can see these notes, this web development course, I
Mm-hmm.
have published it, so that is available, publicly. If you go here, and this would be, I think this link I have shared, right?
Yes, you have shared it.
This link I
But
have.
yeah, I see that you are on the spot. You are writing.
Ha.
How it is possible?
So for me,
It is just like a web page,
web
right?
page. So
Yeah.
for me, it is write access is available. For you, it is a read only access only.
Mm-hmm.
So I can write it and immediately gets published. That's the power of Notion. So
Okay. So
whatever I write over here,
whenever I will try to use for myself,
ha,
so instead of Aniruddha, my name will be
ha,
appearing.
your name would be over here. The way we have prepared account on GitHub,
Mm-hmm.
same thing you need to
So
create.
I need to do that on formality.
Yes, all that formalities, and this is available for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what we are learning? Functions. Okay. So I will remove this icon also, because this is incomplete. So these two things are incomplete. Let's go to the functions. So can you tell me what's the definition of function?
Yeah. I will tell in my own words.
Yeah, no problem.
Whenever there is a big program, so instead of writing the entire code into a single
Uh-huh.
main program or a single program,
Okay.
we can break it into smaller units. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we convert them into which has some common functionality.
Okay.
And we can define it as a function. And the main purpose of writing functions is we can reuse it whenever we require. So the code is also I mean separated. We can say in different modules, and using that functions, it is more easy, and we can reuse the functions.
Okay.
And yes, of course, we can write whatever the functionality, for
Uh-huh.
example, addition of number, subtraction of number, whatever, string concatenation. So they are user defined functions. So we can write whatever functionality we want into the functions, and we call them.
Okay. Now look at the screen. Good.
Mhm.
app01.ts. So I will write a basic function. This is how function is written in a JavaScript. Remember that. Again, I am saying TypeScript is JavaScript. Right? Everything is coming from JS only. So here we can say function and say hello. So this is how you will create function in JS. Simple function, name of the function, a list of parameters, and the
Right.
function body. Name of the function, sorry, function keyword,
Mhm.
name of the function, list of parameters, and function body.
Mm.
This is how we write function in the JavaScript. So let's say console.log, and here I can say hello. And let me give a call to this function. So I can say hello in this way. Okay. Let me convert it. Secret day 07.
So here, Aniruddha, it is not like I mean, you said already
Mhm.
earlier, but there is not like any main program.
No, nothing like that. It's the
You can
interpret.
directly okay, can directly define it, and you can directly call
Call
it.
it. That's what the
Everything is executed in sequence.
correct. That's what the scripting language is.
Mm-hmm.
Importance is given to what you can say features over the pattern. If you talk about C, you need to learn programming syntaxes as well as the patterns, semantics more precisely, which means that anywhere you cannot define the variables. Variables need to be defined at the top only. That's what the C says. Okay. but that's not the case in all programming languages.
Mm-hmm.
So JavaScript says that starting point doesn't matter to me, because in the browser I am going to load first HTML, and whatever you have written in the head section, all that things are I'm going to start with. So I don't need any starting point for my scripting. Getting my point? So in the index.html or my.html, you are going to add some scripts,
Mm-hmm.
and those scripts will run in the sequence. That's why you
So,
don't need main any. We'll see that whenever we'll
okay, and
start.
here in this case also you can define function later, you can call before that. That is also okay.
Like this, you are saying?
Yes.
See here.
Means the definition is after.
Now see tsc app01.ts. See, that is working. And node app01.js. So this is working because of one more concept available in the JavaScript,
Mhm.
right? And that concept is called as hoisting. JavaScript hoisting.
Mhm.
What I'm saying, JavaScript hoisting.
Hoisting.
It pulls all the declarations in the beginning automatically. So internally, it copies this at the top
Okay.
automatically.
Mhm.
That concept is called as hoisting. That is the internal feature of the JavaScript,
Okay.
right? That concept
Yeah.
is called as what? Hoisting. Yeah,
HOISTING.
hoisting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Just a minute. So, as I told you, I'm sorry, I was something else. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, as you said, this JavaScript internally automatically takes this at the beginning. All the declarations are taken at the beginning. Although you have written like this is
Mhm.
typically feature of the JS. It takes at the beginning, and that's why this code works. That is called as hoisting.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Say hello. That is working. So this is our simple declaration of what? Function.
Function.
Basics of the function. This is how you can define the functions.
Yes.
Also, JavaScript has, you can do something like this, let, or let's have var, and fn is equals to function. You can define function in this way also. Variable
Mhm.
fn is equals to function. So this function is called as anonymous function. What is this?
Mhm. Anonymous.
The function is having name.
Mhm.
This function is not having any name. Both the declarations are correct. And how do you call it? Simply fn. So console.log, I am anonymous function. I am what? Anonymous function. Now if you go here and clear it, and I can say no, sorry, tsc app01.ts node app01.js. Okay, let's delete this JS file. Where I have written that code? Where fn. I think I have written that code in the JS file, right?
Okay, okay.
Where fn is equals to anonymous function, and into that console.log. This is anonymous function. Pardon me for the spelling, whatever it is, fn. So here I can say node tsc first, and then node app.js. Can you see this is anonymous function?
Mhm.
So we have defined function in two ways. There is third way also. I will talk about it shortly. And this is the second way, anonymous function with name, function without name.
Mhm.
There is no name to the function, but you have assigned it to the variable. So
So
this
that variable become
function,
which type? Function.
function type. Good question. Actually, I'm coming to that point only, but before that I need to clear the function, what function is. So
Mhm.
let me go here, app02.ts, okay, where fn1 is of type, see here, is of type what?
Function.
How do you define function? You define function in this way. The function which returns void. So fn1 is of type variable, is of type function,
Mhm.
which returns what? Which
Void.
accepts zero parameter and
And
returns
return
what?
nothing, nothing.
Void. So you can write any function over here. Can you see this is a function which returns void, which returns nothing. Or
This is the syntax.
yeah, this is the syntax with the type.
Mhm. But
So
it is optional.
it's optional. You write it or you don't write it.
Mhm.
But specifically, we are learning TypeScript. So I need to show you how, what is a type of function. Remember that this is a type of function. After the colon, in JavaScript, what comes? Type comes.
Correct.
After the colon, what comes in the TS? That is type.
Yeah.
After the colon, whatever comes, that is nothing but what the type is. This is the type. So you can do something like this also, function. This is also a function. Say normal function. Normal function. This is normal function. So you can define where fn2, again it's of type function which accepts zero parameter and returns what? Void, is equals to this normal function. Either you declare here itself, define here itself, sorry, or you refer it to the existing function. That is the thing. But here you call it as what? Type. This is what? The type.
Type.
After the colon, what comes is type. Now what I will do, let me create.
That is a type of that fn1, right? Means fn1 is of a type function.
Correct. Fn1 is of a type function,
Function
and this
which
is the
returns
definition of the function.
right.
So fn2 is of type function. This is the definition of the function. So here you are referring to this guy.
Mhm.
From here you are referring to this guy over here. Got it or not?
Yes, yes. Got it. So, Amrita, there are so many syntax.
Yeah.
It is bit confusing. Means after practicing,
After practice and revising, how do you revise? Let me tell you. Watch the video, type the code. Watch the video, type the code. Watch the video, type the code. During the session also you need to practice, and on your own also you need to practice.
right. Sometimes it is colon, sometimes it is equal to.
Where?
In the no, I mean like variable declaring,
Uh-huh.
like variable declaration. We can assign it with equal to. Then after the variable name, it is colon and its type. Then
Now
in
see,
case of object, there is no type. You can directly write a colon 10 or
here also you
like
can write. See,
yeah, yeah. No, but yes, that I understood. But the syntax I'm talking about.
yeah, bit different.
Yeah.
Syntax is bit different. See, and that's why I'm teaching you TypeScript and JavaScript together, because this is the JavaScript. This is how you'll write a function in the JavaScript. But TypeScript says that you can give me type also like this. Now I will write next code. You can see, which is typically in the TypeScript function. You can say
So
move.
Aniruddha, I need to remember the JavaScript, sorry, TypeScript for only.
Yes.
I mean, you say something. This is what converted into JavaScript.
Yeah.
So, do I need to remember the JavaScript
No.
code as well, or only TS?
No, no, no. So you just need to remember Java TypeScript. That's it.
Oh, okay, okay.
So you don't need to, as far as Angular is concerned, you don't
Mm-hmm.
need to remember the JS.
Okay.
Okay. And you will never type the code on your own for at least few days. So you will open this official documentation with you. Along notes are, we have the notes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to check something, this is the official documentation. I will mark the link in our notes. So here is the official documentation for HTML. Let's forget about the HTML5 and other thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So here we can say, TypeScript doc documentation is this. This is the official TypeScript documentation. You just need to click over here and this page will open. Even while teaching you also, I keep this open on my other screen. This is open on my other screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you need to refer this. Even I need to refer sometimes. Means whenever I teach, I try to stick with the details which are mentioned over here. Right? But there are a lot of things like promises. You will get this thing. You don't know what is async right now. So forget about this. Just forget about it. Whatever I teach from here, while reading it, you will get to know. So type annotations we have discussed. What do you mean by type annotations? This thing is called as type annotation. So what I wanted to tell is that you don't need to remember technically anything. So whenever you start typing something, official documentation needs to be open in front of you. And another very important thing, so whenever I learned the programming, this feature was not there. This feature was not there. And you need to use ChatGPT extensively. I'm saying extensively, this part. Or you might go to the Bard. Even in the office, if it is allowed, use this AI tools. So if you don't, let me,
I have not worked on that.
okay. So I don't know this thing. So I have written the code and consider that you don't know this part. So here I will go and type the code. Can you explain this? Can you explain this in detail? Now ChatGPT will answer, certainly the code provided you is a TypeScript, a statically typed superset of the JavaScript. Let's break down the code step by step. Var fn, this declares a variable named f1, fn1. The var keyword is used for the variable declaration. Then this is the type annotation for variable f1. It specifies the type of the variable. In this case, it's a function type denoted by this. Can you see? This is the chat GPT. You might have heard the hype around the chat GPT.
Yeah, I heard. But
This is the
I'll
chat
see it
GPT.
first. Yeah.
So you need to use it extensively. I'm repeating myself again. This is a 24/7 tutor available to you. Or this is another from Google. This is from OpenAI. This is another from Google. Just copy this. So this will also explain in some
Bard.
Bard. It's from the Google.
Mhm.
See now?
Mhm.
Sure, here is the detailed explanation. See, in other way it has explained. This has explained in other way, and this has explained in other way.
Okay.
So concern is that you need to refer the official documentation.
Mhm.
So you can consider this is kind of a trainer for you.
Mhm.
Whatever you don't understand in the code, straight away copy and paste it over here and ask it. Or even you can you please write code for finding maximum number from an array. So this was not available whenever I learned the coding. Otherwise that could be some different case. Certainly you can find the maximum number using array. Can you see here? So it has given you complete code. Complete code, it's working. You copy paste and code will work. So that's the power of AI, and you need to utilize while learning.
Mhm.
Right? You need to learn this, and as possible you need to use it uh, in your work. Some companies allow it because of, if you copy paste this code,
Mhm.
right, technically this code is going to their server, OpenAI server. So some companies are taking their own packs, means private chat GPT for them, and then they are using. But as far as learning is concerned, use it extensively. It's a free.
Mhm.
Okay. So concern is that you need to use official documentation. Now sometimes this official documentation is a too much. Now if you see over here, so this is what type of function. So function is having these many subtopics. Can you see that? It is not necessary to learn these subtopics right now,
Okay.
but you may go through it at least. Few of them you will understand, few of them you will not understand, and whatever is needed, that is covered in the notes. Whatever is needed immediately for you, whatever needed immediately to learn the Angular, that is part of your notes. So first your video, whatever video you will have, then you will go to the notes, then you will go to the official documentation, and chat GPT you can take at any place, no problem.
Mhm.
Right? But
Yes.
if you are learning, make a habit of reading and then using a chat GPT. If you are in an office, don't put your any logic, just go and use the chat GPT. Chat GPT knows everything. 100%.
In office, I didn't get time for this course, and I have to declare operation.
No, I'm saying in your day-to-day work,
Yeah.
if it is allowed, if it is allowed, for consider that you need to find out, uh, or you can say consider that you need to find out, you have some code in the SQL and you need to find out a
Right, right.
top 10
That
result.
in that case it will be helpful, right?
You can ask that thing over here.
Yes, SQL queries are required very much.
Anything SQL, it knows everything. Java, C Sharp, .NET, Node.js, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Fine. So app0, this is a normal function in the JavaScript. Now, what TypeScript says that? TypeScript says that you can add a return type like this.
Mhm.
If it is having any parameter, say a, you can give a type to a also, number. B, integer, sorry, string, like this. Can you see the function? Name of the function? A is of type number, B is of type string, and it is returning what? Void. Or let's return something string. So here we can say return a is equals to $a and b is $b. Now, do you understand this function? Consider that you are ChatGPT. Your brain is ChatGPT. And if I ask, can you please explain me this function? How you will explain?
Okay. So here function move is the name of the function.
Correct?
It has two parameters.
Haha.
First parameter A is of type number and second one B is of type string.
Okay.
This function return value string
Correct.
and the function indicates I think you are concatenating two string or it is
Concatenating or what?
and
Is it is concatenating or what?
no, I don't know about and.
No, this is just a string. If you see the
Okay. Okay.
back tick,
Mm-hmm.
a is equals to this $a, which is representing value of this,
Okay,
and is just
you're just printing.
printing. Correct. Now, if you go here, let's call it move 12 and left, and here we can say tsc app03.ts and node app03.js. Okay, now see, this is returning the string. So it is, we need to accumulate it into the variable result and then console.log result 03ts js. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You are calling this move function with two values.
Correct.
We go inside that function
Mm-hmm.
and it is received from the function in the rest variable.
Correct.
I suppose this rest variable is become as a string type,
Okay.
right?
Correct.
Internally, it is string type.
B is of type string. Yeah, and you are talking about the res. If you get
Yes.
confused, just hover over the cursor over here. Can you see a little pop up?
Okay.
Res is of type string. Now I have pushed the code. Start typing it.
Yeah.
If you can ask me questions also if you have any while typing the code.
First, I will
First, day 7,
first.
whatever app01 is there.
Yeah. Refresh the page. Is there any specific syntax for function name? I mean,
Convention you are talking about.
convention, yes.
Yeah,
Means,
there are conventions. We'll
camel,
talk
camel type
camel
looking or
casing.
camel casing
Yeah,
like that.
we'll talk about that. First, just try to learn like anything,
Okay.
then we will streamline it.
Okay. Aniruddha,
Yeah.
in first file, you define a var function x01.ps.
Mm-hmm.
So here you call var fn is equal to function,
Correct.
and you mention the anonymous function, and you uh, call fn.
Correct.
So here, if I want to call the earlier function, say hello. So how
Where
can I assign
inside
on
this?
line? Suppose consider line number 8.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here for assigning a value in fn, I
Uh-huh.
want to use that say hello function instead of anonymous function. So how can I write that?
Just refer it. Okay, I will show you.
Okay. You can define another one.
Where fn1 is equals to say hello.
Okay, only
And you
function.
can call fn1. That is
Mhm.
calling what? Say hello.
So here in front of say hello, there is no need to write the bracket.
Brackets. You're not calling it. If you write brackets, it is a call. These brackets call. If you write this say hello, which means that whatever definition of this would be assigned to the fn1.
Oh,
Whatever definition of this thing is assigned inside the fn1, and then you are calling fn1. So this is the call. So let's do properly.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So here we can say function call. Here we can say function definition. Function definition.
Mhm.
So here referring to say hello. Here you are not calling it, not call. Here you are not calling the function. Here you are saying that whenever I call fn1, please refer whom? Say hello. Whenever I call fn1, where is the body of fn1? There is no body to the fn1. Where is the body? Body is nothing but what? Say hello.
Okay. So whenever you want to directly call the define function, you have to go with the line number 6,
6. Correct.
like with opening and closing brackets.
Correct. Yeah.
But when you are referring to the function,
Uh-huh.
so now here variable fn1 becomes a type function.
Correct.
So whenever you are accessing using fn1, you have to specify the brackets after.
Correct. Whenever if you
It is
want
just like you are accessing the same function with two names.
two names, absolutely.
But here, in case of fn, uh, you are directly assigning, and at the same time,
Calling.
you are defining.
Here. So here you are defining. You are not calling over here.
Okay, yeah, and fn now the below line number.
This is the call. This is the anonymous function. You are defining what? Anonymous function.
So just like here, line number 2 and 3, we defined it and then we call it. And on line number 14, we are referring to means we are initializing everything.
Correct. Correct.
But on line number 8, we are directly initializing and writing the function
Huh.
definition itself.
Itself, right.
It is something like inline function or like that.
You can,
You are
yeah,
declaring as well as your default.
you can call it inline, but there is a one more way of a function in a JS. Arrow functions. To the arrow functions, you can specifically call inline functions, but don't call them as a inline functions.
Okay.
There is a one more way of defining functions, and that is coming from JavaScript. We'll see in the next lecture.
Okay.
A lot of things I have covered, right?
Yes, yes. Can you please push this?
Yeah, I have pushed it. Now, as I told you, for a few sessions, I'm going slow, but after some time, I'm going to increase the pace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do you think at this stage? I mean, the speed is slow
My
from my
speed,
side.
my
From my side.
it's not like that. Let's not be hurry in judging something. Let's give some time. It happens with everyone. Even I start learning some new programming language, so I also take a lot of time.
Mhm.
But whenever you nowadays you don't need to remember anything. Now I work with almost a lot of programming languages. So I if you ask me a code for writing class in a .NET right now, I cannot write that.
Mhm.
And absolutely not necessary, because being a software engineer, programming language is just a tool. Tomorrow someone can ask you to work on the Excel, write a Excel pragma. So it is not necessary that you should know everything.
Mhm.
You should be good at just assembling the pieces of code. That's it. That's what my opinion is.
Yeah. So if you want to go ahead, please go ahead. I will cover this writing code application. I mean,
No, you
I
can type
guess.
it, no problem. For few days we'll go in this way, because you are going to get a lot of queries while typing the code.
Mhm. Just one second. Mhm. Uh, in app 025, there is a normal only syntax, right?
App 02, yes,
Yes,
but there are type annotations have been added.
yes, right. No need to execute, right? No need to execute.